What's up, guys? So I want to talk to you about the days that are challenging, the days that you are faced with problems, the days that you feel like you're getting knocked down and you're not quite sure what to do. The days where you've been consistent and motivated and you've been sticking to doing the daily activities and everything you need to do to achieve your goals, but then something happens and you don't feel like doing it. What do you do in times like that? Well, let me give you an example of something that literally I just went through this morning. So here in New York, where I live, we are in the middle of a nor'easter snowstorm. Tons of snow going on. It's been snowing through the night. Schools are closed. My kids are home from school. And I can tell you, looking outside, the vast majority of the world where I live, people are home. People are working remotely for work. All of the schools are canceled, so schools are closed. My kids are not going to school. So this morning, when it came time for my alarm to go off at 4:15 in the morning, which is when my morning routine starts, there was part of me saying, sleep in today, David. Everybody else is sleeping in. There was part of me that was saying, do your workout later. Work on your personal growth. Work on your mindset. Do your gratitude journal. Do your prayer. Do your morning routine a little bit later. What's wrong if you sleep in another hour or 2 hours? But then I remembered this, and this is something that I live by, and it's the saying or the phrase that I say to myself saying, David, these are the days that make it count. I'll say that again. These are the days that make it count. Why? Because it's not about what you do when everything is going right. It's about what you do when everything isn't going right. Right now, with the majority of everything outside of New York, with schools closed, 98%, I can tell you right now, 98% of the people in my community, in my neighborhood, are sleeping in. There's nothing wrong with that. 98% of the world maybe is working remotely in the area I live in. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking it. But here's the thing. If you truly have goals you want to hit and you are serious about hitting those goals, you're going to have to find a way to do it on the days when you don't feel like doing it. And let me tell you, you're going to have to accept that being lonely is part of the process. So for me, when I got up this morning and I was driving to the gym at 4 something in the morning, there was nobody on the road. It was dark. It was desolate. The roads were covered in snow, and I was driving and I got to the gym and I walked in and there was nobody there. Normally there's a few people there as early as I go. There was nobody there, and there was nobody there for about a good hour before I saw other people coming in. But you know what happens when you're able to be intentional and do it on the days that you don't feel like doing it? You develop self-discipline, and you develop self-discipline at a very high level. What I mean by that is today is a day where everybody around me is not getting up early, is not going to the gym early, is sleeping in. So this isn't just about having the self-discipline to wake up every single morning when everybody else is going to work, kids are going to school, people are going to the gym. That's hard enough within itself. But if you can overcome and do it on the days when it seems like the entire environment you're surrounded by is not doing it, your level of growth with self-discipline will take you to a whole nother level that when you do face the little obstacles, when you do face the little feelings, I'm not motivated today, you will find a way to push through. Why? Because it's days like today that make it count. It's days like today where the bigger growth happens. It's days like today that you separate yourself from the pack. Let me talk about that. There's something that I once learned. They said, David, find out what everybody else is doing and do the exact opposite. And it's so true. Why? Because 98% of the world, and I love this, lives life by default. They allow the circumstances of their life, in this case, snow, to determine how they react in life, how they respond. That's what 98% of the world does. The 2%ers live life by design. They don't care that it snowed outside. They're still getting up and going through the routine that they know improves their life. They're still going to go get their workout done in the morning. They're still going to get up and do what needs to be done no matter what. That's a 2% mindset. But when you start doing doing the things that the vast majority of the world is not willing to do, that's where the separation happens. That's where you start really getting ahead of everybody else, because you're willing to push yourself and do it in times that most people aren't willing to do. So, my friends, today is one of those days. Maybe you have a snow day coming up. Maybe tomorrow you have a snow day. Maybe in this scenario, you just worked a 16-hour shift. You're exhausted. It's 11:30 at night, and your alarm's going to go off at 4 or 5 in the morning tomorrow. What are you going to do? And I want to remind you of this. There are people in the world right now that are in much worse situations than you and I, that are showing up every single day, that aren't allowed the excuses to creep in, who understand how important it is that if they really want to hit their goals, they have to be willing to navigate and overcome the trials and tribulations and circumstances of life that will be thrown at them. Why? Because every single day we're going to be faced with an obstacle. Today was a special one. It made me really think about it, with the snow and nobody on the road and nobody on the gym, but I did it, and I'm better for it, and I'm stronger for it. And you know what? Getting up tomorrow will be that much easier. My friends, you need to develop the self-discipline, and the days that are the hardest to do it are the days that you need to do it, because these are the days that make it count. My friends, this video helped you, inspired you, reminded you that you need to show up. Please drop a comment below. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, share the video, because every single day my goal is to help people live up to their potential, help people get better, and break through the fear and adversity that everybody faces to play a bigger game in every area of their life. Thank you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.